shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Robert.
Top of your head is off.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, Joyce. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Adrian.
Hi.
Jessica, Charlotte,
Hi, good
Rabbi.
Shabbos.
Shabbos, Milton.
Hello, everybody.
Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Hi, Judith.
Hello, everybody. Good Shabbos. Chag Sameach.
Hey,
I can see.
Hi, Mickey.
how you doing?
Hey.
Shabbos.
Hi,
Hi, Noni.
How are you?
All is well.
Good.
Where are you, Noni?
All right, we are going to begin.
There you are, Noni. Hi.
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
I'm just going to mute everybody.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Noni, you can unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So we are, we're ready to get started. So we are entering into Shabbat now, but on this particular day, we are going from holy time to holy time, because today, of course, has also been Shavuot. And so some of you were here this morning for services as well. But let's take a moment now. I don't know how everyone spent their day or how you've spent your week, but let's take a breath. Let's be really aware of our ability to breathe. And let's enter into a place, a mindset of Shabbat. And I would like to invite Linda. I think you're going to be doing the candle blessing for us this evening. Linda Kushner-Silverman, yeah? Go ahead, Linda. Is that what you thought? Oh, why can't I hear you? I unmuted you.
You don't hear me?
Now I do.
Okay. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'tzvotav v'tzavanu lahadrik ner nel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who houses us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you so much, Linda. And now we turn to the Kiddush on page 23 in the flip book, or 123 if you have a prayer book. And I think Robert Rothman, is it you? Robert?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator, fruit of the vine. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who finding favor with us, sanctified us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of work of creation. As first among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart for the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us to your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, v'kadesh ha-Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher krishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'havo v'ratzon inchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh Bereshit, ki hu yom tehillah lemikra kodesh, zeichel tzion מצרים, כי באנו ואתה, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. Amen.
We continue with Lecha Dodi, and we imagine going out together to meet the Shabbat bride, bringing joy and beauty to our Shabbat day.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. 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 שמו וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מהראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי בהורך ומיהורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
I invite you to rise if you choose to, and if you're able, for the Baruch Hu. And if you would like to face to the east, we can remember that we are all facing toward Jerusalem together.
Lai 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 la la lai 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 la la lai la la lai. La lai la la lai la la lai la lai la la lai 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 la la lai. La lai la la lai la la lai 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 la la lai. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated. If you would like to read with me in the prayer book, if you have one, it's page 148 in the brackets. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
Ahavat olam bit Yisrael Amecha ahavta Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Pukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbeinu uvkumenu nasiach b'chokecha v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam aved ki chem chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvahem negei yomam valayla Va'ahavatcha al tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohiv amo Yisrael.
We continue with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam b'shivtecha b'v'techa uvelechtecha v'derech uv'shokbecha uv'komecha uv'kishartam le'ot al yedecha v'hayu le'totafot b'neinecha uv'kitavtam al mezuzot beitecha Uvisharecha lema'an tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotziti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'hiyot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
All this we hold to be true and trustworthy for us. You alone are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You are our sovereign and savior, who delivers us from oppressors' hands and saves us from tyrants' fists. You work wonders without number, marvels beyond count. You give us life and steady our footsteps. You performed miracles for us before Pharaoh, signs and wonders in the land of the Egyptians. You led your people Israel out from their midst to freedom for all time. When your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices joyously.
Mi kamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha neidar b'kodesh, norati hilot osefele, norati hilot osefele. Malechutecha rahu vanecha, bakei hayom lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zehili anu ve'amru, zehili anu ve'amru. Adonai Melech le'olam va'ed. Adonai Melech le'olam va'ed. Mi kamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha neidar b'kodesh, norati hilot osefele, norati hilot osefele.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haporeh sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, אדוני, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We turn now to our tefillah, the central set of prayers of our prayer service. And I invite you, if you choose, to rise and face east.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohi avoteinu v'Eloheinu Avraham Elohi Yitzchak v'Elohi Yaakov, Elohi Sarah, Elohi Rivka, Elohi Rachel, Elohi Leah, Ha'el Hagdol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, ושוחח חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר, מושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד אתה, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיי, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש, ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום, יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Let's be seated. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh haShabbat. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. We come now to our prayer of thanks, Modim, and I'd like to invite you, if you have something that you're grateful for this evening, to type it into the chat or unmute yourself so that I can acknowledge you. Anybody have anything that you're grateful for today? I'll start. I am grateful that tomorrow we have 7 confirmands, 7 students getting confirmed, which is an amazing number. Linda Kushner-Silverman.
That's Rabbi Heidi, you gave me the links tonight. Everything disappeared from my computer.
At the very last minute. Modim anachnu lach. Robert Tejera.
Oh, I'm really grateful to have a place to go to tonight on Shabbat, and I'm grateful for all of you. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Modim anachnu lach. Grateful for all of us being able to be here together. Emma Rose Tedelman Kriegler says she is grateful for her health. Modim anachnu lach for health. Robert Rothman says Zoom. He's grateful for Zoom, as am I, pretty much every day. I mean, I know you can overdose on Zoom, but it's, I I think it is helping so many of us so much in this time. So modim anachnu lach for Zoom. Karen Kramer says, I'm grateful for my health and the health of my friends and family. Modim anachnu lach, we can't be grateful enough when we have health. Leah Sofian says, grateful for my family and the ability to be of service, which is something that some of us don't have the opportunity to do as much as we would like these days. I know that some of us who are having to stay home when they're used to being able to, used to doing a lot of caretaking of other people. So modim anachnu lach for those of us who can still be of service, and modim anachnu lach for family. Anybody else? Okay. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. Shalom Rav, we pray for peace.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amacha, Tosim Leholam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amacha, Tosim Leholam. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amacha, Tosim Leholam. V'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael, et amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך, בשלומך. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amacha, Tosim Leholam, Leholam.
And now we continue quietly. If you can see the pages on the screen, or if you have a prayer book in front of you, there are words on the page that may be used, but as always, we can use the words in our own hearts.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my rock and my Redeemer.
We turn our thoughts now to those among us and those in our hearts who are ill and who are in need of healing of body, of mind, or of spirit. This evening, If you have names that you have not sent to me and you would like to type them into the chat, please do so. This evening, we're holding in our thoughts and in our hearts Robert Serpico, Evelyn Urbano, Jesse Sakharoff, Ronnie Turek, Ira Weiss, Elaine Drucker, Alan Fremer, Susan Bilecki, Nathan Aaron Robbins, Andrew Mazzella, Jeffrey Levinson, Michael Scott Landisberg, Michael Luck, Alana Beth Berger, Shelley Oken, Louise Dankberg, Jane Berman, Harry Bower. And from the names that you sent to me, Freema Schneier adds Elaine Gordet, Ellie Heinrich, Phyllis O'Neill, Shari Rolnick, Marcy Babiatsky, and Shirley Amarani. Sam and Fran Silverman add Vicky Lightmaker, Eddie DeAngelis, Nettie Trommer, Dave Moore, and Mia Gannon. Susan Sisler adds Dolores Weinberger, Ingrid Grosso, Roberta Gotthelf, Audrey Cohen, and Fran Sisler. Linda Horowitz adds Sandy Alfont and Irene Nachinoff. Pam Glansman adds Andy Glansman, Deanna and Ira Roth. Sarah Rothstein adds Arnie Rothstein. Ellen Rothstein adds Rebecca Rothstein and Bambi Polk. Jamie Orenstein adds Dr. Leonard Gantz. Patty Ann Cubero adds Claude Smith, Edith DeJal, Susan Attia, and Jennifer Grandos. Dr. Larry Wolf adds Marla Hirsch, and Dr. Wolf and Monica Bayer add Steve Kamholtz. Hannah Roth-Seavey adds Joellen Fox and Muriel Campbell. Patricia Matthews adds Jeanette Riley, Elena Aram, Chanel Kamabach, Warren Feliz, Jimmy Jenkins, Peter Gale, and Paul Kastick. Mona Goldberg adds Anna Flores, Marlene Unterberger, Francis Bergman, Delphine Wolf, Freya Kashmir, and Michelle Boudin. Linda Kushner Silverman adds Jackson and Tara Kushner, and we also add Linda Kushner Silverman herself. Karen Kramer adds Marion McGivney. Charlotte Russell adds Barry Strumpf and Selma Carl. Does anyone have, if you have any other names to add? Deanna, it looks like you have names to add. No? Judith?
Yes, Stacy David, Lauren Julia, and Wilma Mauser. Unfortunately, Wilma's in the hospital right now. And Irene Nashinoff and Hannah Pinks.
Thank you, Judith.
Thank you.
Alan Zarrow?
Lori and Bradley Wolf on their loss of their mother.
Thank you. Emma Rose?
Hawk Moon, Emily Calloway, Roxanne Canali, and Sophie Tuttleman.
Anyone else? Okay. Those of you watching on YouTube, if you have any names you'd like to add. We also include all of those who are suffering from COVID-19 and those who are hurting because of the measures we've taken to slow the spread of the virus. We also include those who have been wounded in service to our country or Israel and who have been hurt in other disasters, both natural and human created.
מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu, v'kor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Well, Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach. This week's Torah portion is Naso. It's the second parsha in the book of Numbers. In both last week's parsha and this week's parsha, people are counted. 2 different censuses are taken, and people are counted, but not all the people. And we can learn something about what is important to the Israelites, or what God thinks should be important to them, since it's God who instructs them to perform the censuses, by looking at who it is that is counted. So last week, men aged 20 and older who are able to bear weapons were counted. And this week, the Parsha instructs that the men of the various clans of the Levites should be counted. The 2 categories of men being counted are men who can serve in the military and men who will take care of the tabernacle, the portable sanctuary where God dwells in the midst of the Israelites in the wilderness. These 2 sets of countings actually make a lot of sense for a people about to set out into the wilderness. They will certainly have to fight, and of course their service to God is crucial. So they need to know that they have the personnel that they need for those 2 things. All the way down to today, we have been counting people for various reasons. The Constitution of our country mandates that we count the whole population of the United States every 10 years, and 2020 is one of those years. The census is used to allocate seats in Congress based on population, and also impacts the distribution of federal funds. Unlike the censuses at the beginning of the book of Numbers, the intent here is to count everyone. And there are problems with undercounting in some populations, for example, people who are homeless. But with all the inequality in our country, at least here, there is the effort and the mandate to count everyone. I know that many of you have already filled out your census forms and returned them. For those who haven't, please consider this a reminder to do so. This week, there's been horrifying video that has been circulating showing a police officer kneeling on the neck of Floyd George, an unarmed Black man who then died. The 4 officers involved were fired, and the one who knelt on Mr. George's neck has been charged with murder. Over the last few years, we have seen many such videos, far too many. Racist violence is not new, but what's new is that now, sometimes, it's filmed. As recently as 2015, there was no accurate count of how many people were killed by police in each year. And that's justified, not justified, any circumstance in which the police end up killing someone. That's because police precincts didn't have to report how many people their officers killed. The reporting of that particular number was optional. We don't officially count what we don't want to know. We don't officially count what we don't consider important. The Washington Post decided in 2015 that it is important to count this, and it began to count. The Post discovered that in the years since 2015, the number of people killed by police is pretty consistent each year, right around 1,000 people. The data also show that Black and Latinx people make up a disproportionate number of those killed. Having this information, because the counting was done, is one small step toward taking action to change things. There is such a long way to go, and it is unconscionable the way our society treats so many of its citizens. It's up to all of us to notice the experience of people of color in our country, listen to them, count them, and fight racism. Over the last few months, something else that we've been counting is the number of deaths from COVID-19. And this week we hit 100,000. For perspective, on Memorial Day this past week, we remembered those who have died fighting wars for our country, and we're back to counting soldiers, as in last week's Torah portion. An estimated 47,434 American soldiers died in battle in the Vietnam War. Over 405,000 Americans lost their lives in World War II. 116,516 American soldiers died fighting World War I. There are those, I'm still seeing it, who dismiss COVID-19 as not too deadly, that the percentage of people who die is small enough. But the numbers are telling us that we need to continue to take it very seriously. Finally, we talk a lot about numbers in the Jewish community. We talk about how many Jews there are in the United States or in the world. We talk about how many people attend services, whether on Shabbat or during the high holidays. We talk about how many Jews are affiliated with a synagogue. We often judge the success of a synagogue or an event based solely on how many people attend. In clergy circles that I'm part of right now, there are a lot of people noting that more people attend on Zoom than attended when we were getting together in person, something that I and perhaps you have noticed as well. But there are many, many things that the numbers don't tell us. The numbers don't tell us why. Is it because it's easier for people to attend if they don't have to leave home? Is it because it's the only way to attend and people have a stronger need for connection right now? Is it because people are bored and they don't have anything else to do with themselves since they're stuck at home? So why not jump on Zoom and go to services or some other event? We don't know. But I suspect it's a combination of all of these reasons and other ones as well. Numbers also can't measure the impact of something on an individual. Numbers don't measure revelation or inspiration. What we count matters because we count what matters to us. But we can't get so wrapped up in counting that we think that it's the only thing that matters. So let's look at what we count and why we count it and what we don't count and why we don't count it. And let's think about what that says about us and our priorities. Let us look for where our attention is needed, where there is injustice, where we can pursue justice instead. May we be granted strength, endurance, and determination. Amen and Shabbat Shalom. We are going to turn now to the Aleinu. If you have a prayer book, it's on page 586 at the top of the page, that's in brackets, or in the online flip book, it's page 300. And I invite you, if you're able and if you choose, to rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינת עוזו בגבהי מרומים, ואלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. נאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Let's be seated. And now we turn our thoughts to those who are no longer with us, our loved ones who have died in the past days or weeks or months, or in past years at this time of the year. I'm going to share our list of yard sites to the screen in just a moment. If you have names that you have not sent me for the mourner's Kaddish that you would like said out loud, you can put those in the chat now. And we remember those who have died in the past year. William Lamp, Martin Shankin, Solomon Tettelbaum, Sean Singer, Jeff Harris, Sammy Berger, Rabbi Kenneth Roseman, Chaim Braunzweig, Harry Baylor, Ben Schaefer, Shirley Hyatt Tobias, Myron Klein, Ted Tobias, Sandy Gannon Abel, David Ribbler, Bess Newman, Buzz Lorch, Benjamin Binyamin Elwood, Edward Albino, Joseph Davis, Jerry Charon, Gary Zeitlin, Sean Devlin, David Levy, Lenny Drucker, Beverly Tredinnick, Evelyn Pincus, Rita Spiro, Beatrice B.J. Jacobs, Melvin Jorgrau, Gloria Katzen, Lorraine Elner, Amanda Corwin, Mel Paul, Nigel Grant, Benjamin Resnick, Robin Silverman, Jeanette Zarrow, Claire Strauss, Roberta Kessman, Joshua Steiner, Andrew M. Cohen, Netta Albright, Roz Kirschenbaum, Mel Barish, Larry Creamer, Floyd George. Ellen Rothstein adds Selma Gold, Jeff Harris, Helen Polk, Sheila Catan, Dr. Mark Leibowitz, Dr. Tina Polk, and Dr. Austin Schlecker. We include Evelyn Orland, Ken Orland's mother. Hannah Roth Seavey includes Ronald Seavey. Ruth Belay adds Rita Belay and Jay Jankelowitz. Mara Minsky adds Sally Wadman. Eric Platt adds Abby Sheck. Jane and Harold Gleiberman add Arthur Roski. On our yard site list today, we include Benjamin Albino, a relative of Candy Friedman, Ray Bachner, who was Lisa Bachner's mother, Arthur Goldberg, Mona Goldberg's husband, Sidney Cloner, who I think was Rabbi Bill Cloner's father, Sarah West's mother, Miriam Meyer, Joan Salisbury's brother, Richard Pincus, Martin Morowitz's aunt, Minnie Russell, George Liss's aunt, Anne Seloff, Yvette Pomerantz's relative, Abraham Silverberg, Shirley Spivak's father-in-law, Samuel Spivak, Tamara Kerner's mother, Miriam Schwergold, and Tamara's father-in-law, Jack Kerner, and Sam Silverman's cousin, Cy Traumer. Karen Kramer adds Leatrice Langer. Linda Kushner Silverman adds her beloved son, Seth. And Charlotte Russell adds Sandra Krales. Does anyone have any other names they would like to add, or any names on the yard site list that you would like to call our attention to? Alan?
Roswolf.
Rabbi?
Yes?
Judah, yeah, on today's yard site list is my father, Howard Weiss.
Thank you, Judith. Also on our yard site list today is Peggy Kuhn, Madeline Jonas's mother. Charlotte, did you have any names to add?
Helene sent it in. I don't think you saw it. Michelle Paula Corcus. She was Ilsa Corcus's daughter.
Thank you. And Robert Teixeira adds Karen Miskiv. Mona, do you have names to add?
Yes, David Sutherland and Joe Barbado.
Thank you, Mona. Helene? I don't hear you, Helene. But I see that you put your hand up, so.
Yes.
Helene, is it you?
I was mentioning Michelle Corcus, Ilsa Corcus's daughter. Ilsa was a former Temple member, and she was also Temple secretary.
Ah, thank you, Helene. Anyone else? Okay. Those on YouTube, if you have any names you would like to add. We also include all of those who have died from COVID-19, all 100,000 plus in our own country and many, many more around the world. We include also all of those who have died of other causes, whether war or famine or terror or disaster, or alone and homeless on our city's streets. I invite you to participate in the Mourner's Kaddish according to your own custom. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all of the bereaved wherever they may be. And let us say amen. Let's be seated.
Ose shalom bimromav, Oyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael Israel v'yimeru, v'yimeru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Just a few announcements before we conclude. I don't think that Eric is with us tonight, so I will just go ahead. Tomorrow at 9:15 a.m., the religious school families will gather for tefillah, followed by the last day of religious school for this year. At 9:45, we will have biyachad discussion for adults. And that will be followed by services at 11 a.m. with confirmation of 7 confirmands. So they are going to be participating in the service, and it's going to be great. And this is the largest number of confirmands we've had in many, many years. So it's very exciting. Then after that, at 1:30, from 1:30 to 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, we will have picturing Shavuot across the pond. And this is a Shavuot celebration. We're going to study a little bit of the book of Ruth, and we're going to learn how to do Jewish sketchnoting, which is a way of exploring text by drawing little pictures and, putting text in, displaying your ideas in graphical form, let's say. And I know this is out of the comfort zone of a lot of you, but one of the things I was saying this morning is that one way to open yourself up to revelation, which is what Shavuot is all about, is to step out of your comfort zone. So all you need to bring is a pen and some paper and an open heart and an open mind. In the email with links that I sent out this week, there is a link to get a ticket for this event. There is a suggested donation of $10, but you don't have to make any donation at all if you don't want to, or if $10 is too much. So just click the link and you can get a ticket from Eventbrite. And when you register for the ticket, you'll get the Zoom information, and you get the confirmation email, and there's an orange button that says view links or something like that. And that's how you get to the Zoom information. So that's tomorrow from 1:30 to 3:30. And we're going to be joined by some of our Irish friends from across the pond. So that should be really super lovely. Coming up next Saturday night is another Saturday night, a variety show grows in Brooklyn. It's going to be a telethon style variety show. It is going to be actually amazing. So a lot of people are working very hard on this, and there is so much talent in our congregation with professional actors and professional musicians and funny people. And so it's going to be hosted by Jeff Levinson and Rabbi Pinsky. I'm going to be performing. Lots of people are going to be performing, and we'll raise some money for the temple, and it'll be really fun. So the way to get to that is to go to beshert.org/live, and you will find all of the information there. Let's see. And anybody have anything else that we should be talking about right now? Anything I'm forgetting? Okay, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Oh, Charlotte. Charlotte?
Yes, there's a ritual committee meeting on Thursday.
That's true. Thursday, June 4th, there's a ritual committee meeting. We're going to be discussing what's going to happen with the high holidays. So if you would like to get involved with that, please contact Fran Bass.
Okay.
Fran Silverman or Robin Bass.
Rabbi?
Somebody is saying in the chat, counting of the Omer. However, it's Shavuot. We're done counting the Omer. Today was the last. Today was it. Today
What
was
is the link for the variety show?
beshert.org, just our regular website /live.
/live. Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else?
Heidi,
Yes.
what time is that meeting on Thursday? What time is the meeting on Thursday?
Yes, I heard you. I don't know the answer off the top of my head. Charlotte?
I'd either 7:15 or 7:30. I'm not sure.
Will you send out a link for that?
Yes. There will certainly be a link for that because it will certainly be on Zoom. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good. So we are going to end with Adon Olam.
Adon Olam Hashem Allah, B'terem kol yitzir nivra, V'it nasa v'chepto kol, Azay melech shemo nivra, V'yacharei kiklot hakol, V'vado linok nora, V'hu haya, V'hu olei, V'hu yeh, V'tivara, V'hu echad v'ein sheni, La'amshilo, la'achbira, V'li reshit, v'li tachlit, V'lohos, v'hamifra, V'hu eli, v'chai goli, V'tzorchem li, v'tzara, V'hu nisi, umanos li, Minat kosi, V'yom ekra, V'yado, Achid rohi, V'yed ishon, V'yahira, V'im rohi, Yeviati, Adonai li, Elohira.
So Adrian Knoll very helpfully posted in the chat that the ritual committee meeting is at 7:15 p.m. on Thursday. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say that Adrian knows many, many things because she is the editor of our newsletter, The Voice of Truth. And the last issue for this year came out this week. And so thank you so much to Adrian for all of the work that you do on the newsletter. It is a really important lifeline for a lot of people in terms of connection to the community. And so it's such a wonderful thing that you do it, and you do it so well. So thank you for that. Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha Shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine on you and be gracious to you. May God lift God's face toward you and give you peace. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach.